said, sword in my hand. Yeah, yeah, said, life is so grand. Yeah, yeah, said, I am the man. Yeah, 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 just follow the plan. Just follow the smell of treasure when we dungeon dive. I'ma kill for gold, that's adventurous pride in this party. I'm mindful of goose. Ride and die for the cost, that's the cost of our lives. I roll with these bots, want me stuff on the map, my stats crazy. I slaughter with roll of the dice. Brothers in arms, we must fight to survive. Take the fur from these beats, red buddies on rise. I do not mess with you fakers. I seen your level, you was basic. Saw the throats of any haters. Eldritch blast, see you later. Burn the booth like a dragon. Flow hot like I cast it. Fireball using magic. Goddamn, I'm advancing. Real shit, you do not know who you messing with. First in tyrants and I came equipped. They call me Venom, spinning poison quick. Yeah, jumping, jumping. All of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping. I've been feeling super strong. I ain't never wearing any guys. I've been working all night long. Power and struggle, no skill on the rise. Shout out decadent in area. Griffin blew my cousin Syria. If you really wanna battle us, better bring your best, cause we battle us. Well shit, I've been scheming for some breaks for a grip. Got a couple hundred crowns in my fist. Too quick, go stealth, hit a pit pocket. Throw spell with the force of a speed rocket. Devilish brothers reward like a witch to the steel of my plate. Call it red when I finish. Fools always out playing big as beginners. And it's like we got poor or live is a win. Jumping, jumping. All of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping, jumping, jumping. All of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping. Yeah, all of my homies aside. Yeah, they don't even know we gon' ride. Yeah, you cannot handle my pride. Yeah, I'ma go breaking the line. Jumping, jumping. All of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping.
And live.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Wow.
Well, hi. Didn't see you come in there.
What do you mean?
Give me a sec.
What was that? Are you okay?
Oh no.
What was that? Was that your pizza rolls?
No, that was a tape. I knocked over tape when I was putting my pizza rolls to the side.
I thought it was the pizza rolls. I was gonna cry.
No, I'd still eat them. My floor is clean.
I won't comment on that.
I just made everyone squint at me. Listen.
Incredible.
Food ain't cheap. And
This is
I have the 5-second rule, okay? And plus, it's not like if you have like actual pizza and like the cheese is like on the carpet, right? You have a pizza roll, so it's like
It's
It's in a protective cocoon.
It's not like I'm dropping lasagna on the floor and eating it straight off the floor. Kind of.
I'll eat it off the floor.
What the fuck? Call me.
Whatever you want.
Call me. What the fuck? See, I can't drop anything on my floor no matter how hard I clean. I have a cat, a dog, and a bird. It will never be fucking clean. There will always be some sort of animal hair on it.
True.
That's my clothes. I'll be getting ready for work. I'll take a shower and I'll come back in and the cat has like rolled all over my clothes, my work clothes, and I wear black.
Yeah.
And it's like, alright, was that really necessary?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so we are down a couple of people. Boca, I think, is asleep. That's what I'm hoping, at least. I haven't seen her online in like 9 hours. So, I'm hoping it's sleep. Otherwise, boy, my brain just goes, first thing, yep. Why am I getting a blank?
Whenever someone disappears and I don't know where they are and I haven't heard from them in a while, my brain just goes, yep, they're dead. Hold a funeral.
Jesus.
Just me? No one else?
It's okay. Sometimes we all do suffer from spatial. What is it?
I don't know the word. I'm not smart.
It's like something spatial, or
Spatial, fucking.
I don't know word.
continuance.
Spatial continuance. It sounds like some fancy words that I don't know.
It's essentially the thing where like you realize that even though it's not directly in your vision, it still exists.
Oh, spatial. Yeah. Spatial conscience.
About, like, the cortex. Like,
I thought you talked about a spatial conscience. Is that in it? Or spatial consciousness? I forget.
Spatial awareness.
Not continuum. It's consciousness. I think it was. I watched a video on it.
So Mira is on hiatus. I think for 2 weeks. I think
3. I thought
this was the first, so there would be 2 more. But maybe it's all confusing. I don't know. She'll be back.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And Honeydew is off for the night. She needs to prep for work. So, yes. If you missed last episode, it was the Rhea and Coffee show, as they were the only ones who could make it last week. But it was still entertaining.
I was indoctrinated into the rat cult.
Yes.
I now wear a rat skin on my head.
The indoctrinated.
Do we have more?
Yeah! Here!
Sounds like a good Sunday night.
Rat
Yeah.
gang, rat gang. That's what the party would want.
This is true.
I'm gonna go with that. Yep. So, here is where things are sitting. Deckard, you are at the port city, whose name completely eludes me. I know I came up with one. Now I'm completely forgetting it.
Alluvia? Or something? It started with an I, no?
I think it started with a U. But that's as much as I remember.
Ulochi? Or Lahi?
I made it start with a U because of Ulochi, which is the name of the big city. The city you can all see in the back. However, the below port town, well, not so little. Sorry. Not so. Hang on. Okay, now that I've hacked up a lung,
Good?
I'm good. Phlegm. Just phlegm.
Sure?
Yep.
GW?
But, yeah. So that is where Deckard is. Kriv went ahead and went to the city. And on the way, he met... how do you pronounce it? Rain? Rian?
I think it's rain, if I remember correctly.
I think so. I just don't want to get it wrong.
Hi, sorry, I was downstairs. It's
We were trying to
rain,
figure out your character's name.
Oh no, I had my
Listen.
headphones on. I was running upstairs. It's rain. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And, he met Rain. He met another person, Borderlander, the guide, who showed him around town, along with, Rain. And, they went to, Catris, the Artificer, to look at some fancy stuff. Weapons, armor, that sort of thing. He even commissioned, I think it was a new suit of armor? Or was it a weapon? No, it was a weapon.
It was a weapon, yeah.
Yeah, fancy polearm. That's what it was.
This is for little me a treat.
Yes. Then they went... Oh, they also met, Roman, the pawnbroker. Which is where he sold off most of his stuff. At least the stuff he wasn't using and didn't need. Then they met Macy of the Golden Bell, the tavern/inn, who is the one that is hosting them. So, Deckard, when you get to town, there's actually a room waiting for you. Of course, you won't realize where it is yet, because Kriv has to find you first, but little details. So, Deckard, you have two options. Starting off. Do you want to just head into town yourself? Or the city, I should say. Or do you want to wait for Kriv to come back and get you?
I might just wait this time.
Okay.
Do the opposite of what I would normally do.
You're gonna wait for little me?
Yeah. So we can eat a frog
Huh?
later on.
What?
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
I'm sorry, what? I just
Huh?
associated back into the situation. What?
Sadly, I don't think you're gonna get to meet the frog yet. Not yet.
I
Soon.
guess we'll have to wait.
But, Kriv, you do realize you need to go back and get them so they know where the room is. So,
Aye, Captain. You can leave it to me. And I fucking speed off, Sonic for a little spin bullet. I do a little spin numbers.
okay.
Having a lot of fun, if you couldn't tell.
You just fucking stand there, just like, what?
So, he apparently leaves, Rain and, Borderlander sitting there in the inn as he rushes off. He follows the road back, and eventually he gets back to the town. The, port town. So, Deckard, I'm assuming you're just waiting around, the main road on its way into town. So, Kriv, you pretty much walk right up to Deckard. It's pretty simple. He's right there waiting for you. The others are not yet. The others are not. But he is.
I go to a big old poke. I'm like, here, come this way. I start walking back.
Alright. So, Deckard, what do you and Ducky do?
I guess we'll just chill and wait. I don't know. I feel like I want to kill someone, but we've just kind of got here again, you know. Kind of gotta relax first. So,
Yeah, I think it might be early for the killing part, but
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah, we might just.
I
wait
assume
around.
though, you probably want to follow Kriv back.
Yeah.
So,
Hope it's a good freaking room. Bloody
you walk through the well-paved road that goes through the jungle. You see and hear monkeys jumping from tree to tree. And the road is full of people traveling back and forth. However, eventually you arrive to see the site of Ulochi stretched out before you. The scale of Ulochi is pretty incredible. You can kind of see there are little people in this picture. Very small specks. You're currently on the ground as one of those specks.
Very nice.
Yeah. You have to start at the bottom, the third level, or the ground level, depending on how you want to look at that. And you follow Kriv up to the second level, which is where you see the inn. Like a lot of the city, it is made out of like sandstone, with greenery showered down from the roof. It seems most houses here have a garden on the roof. So, there are vines and other things that trail down the sides of all the buildings. But, you go to a very well constructed inn. It even has its own stables. So if you had animals, in fact, you get some weird looks when you head inside with Ducky. I don't think they're used to giant snakes.
Ducky's a snake?
No.
I thought Ducky was a duck.
No.
That's the bit.
So, just for you, this is Ducky.
Oh my. That's Ducky?
He is at least a 20-foot long giant poisonous snake.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, it's just a little duck.
Who has repeatedly bitten people so they die immediately.
Just a little guy.
You ripped off a couple of legs, that was fun.
You what?
Just like cute little shenanigans.
He's very tame until Deckard tells him to bite someone. So, there is that. In fact, he's just slithering behind Deckard, getting very strange looks from all the other patrons. Though, Ducky probably feels very at home here. I mean, it's a jungle. Perfect snake territory. But, yeah, you get a look around. You're in the main room, which has, well, it is a large tavern in the front of the building. It's pretty open, has about 3 dozen tables all told, of different sizes and shapes. Big ones, little ones. Kriv leads you over to one in particular, with a guy and a girl at it. There's also a stage, an elevated stage, in one corner. Which at the moment, the owner, Macy, and I'll show you what Macy looks like really quick. She's a relatively cute girl with dark hair, deep sea green / blue eyes, and she wears a blue outfit. She's got a very aquatic theme. But she is setting up a Andrusen who looks to be about to perform some sort of show. You're not sure what, but seems to be definitely a thing. In fact, he's even dressed a little bit strangely. A very nice robe covers most of him, but on the top of his head is a very fancy hat.
Very nice.
So, as you settle in, Macy comes over and says, I assume you're the new one. I thought there were more.
There are. Eventually. Smiles.
Well, settle in. It's almost showtime. I hope you enjoy.
For your sake, I hope I do too. Bloody hell.
For my sake? What do you mean?
She better entertain.
Bring out behind the shed if you don't like it?
She will become a new squeaky toy for the dark.
No!
I mean, this sounds kind of interesting. I kind of want to watch this.
What?
I mean, nothing.
So,
I thought we were gamers.
So, Ursia, it is time. You are on stage.
Okay. I guess my first thing is, do I need to do a performance roll to start this off?
Start, and then I'll have you make a performance roll to see how this goes.
Okay. So, the tavern lights dim down a little bit. Not fully, because, you know, there's natural sunlight, but enough to sort of enough that you can, like, it starts to disappear. And I wish to have what is it? How do you pronounce? Is it? I'd like to have immediately in the center of the stage the same cloaked figure you see. Just sort of standing there with a full cloak. You do see the hat, the cloak, which I would describe as a more like a dark purple. But in the, you know, in this sort of downlit light, it looks more black than anything. And you just sit there for silence. Everyone's sort of anticipating. And then off to the corner in one of the tables, you see the exact same character appear. And it's like, oh, not much of a show, is it? And then the patron screams because he was not expecting, let me give you a proper one. And then I jump up on stage, the mirror image fades away, and before you, with the hood down, stands a silver and a silverish blue, I'm blanking out of the term, Andresian. So, dragon?
Andrewson.
Andrewson.
Or Andrews, technically, but pluralized Andrewson. Yeah.
Andrewson. And on stage appears this, silver bluely scaled Andrewson in a magnificent top hat, this dark purplish globe, wearing what is essentially in American terms it would be a vest. In England it would be called a waistcoat. But like this sort of a stunning, it's a pair of pants matching, how do I describe it? Like a maroonish red. And I go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, and all folks of different kinds, you are in for a treat. For I bring you tales unlike any other. I will show you a story of love, of passion, and of death. Only in a 5-minute routine. And in that instance, for I shall be your storyteller, the indelible Infurious. And he just starts floating up with the cape still hanging there. But he is sort of basically like whoop, popped through his cape and is now flying. Flying in the air. While all the attention is being seen, you just see what looks like it almost looks like a teddy bear. It looks like a teddy bear clawing across the ground. Throws up essentially what looks like a backpack. It immediately unfolds into a table, like a fairly complex table with what looks like what looks like a blank canvas hanging on the back. Little and looks like a miniature version of the stage. Literally, with like curtains and with like a background with it's white, but it's kind of see-through, and little like wooden trees and platforms and everything. Like it looks like a small stage. And then all of a sudden, Infurious floats down and he says, "Let us begin our tale, shall we?" And in my hand I have what is this? It's a simple gadget. It starts projecting essentially like a townscape. So it's it's like a projector. It would be projecting something of what a townscape would look like. And so we begin our tale in a town much like this. A little older, a little newer. But it has always had the same politics and same stories. In this town, two rival guilds rule the top of all of the classes.
So, before you go on, I want you to roll a performance check.
I would have hoped by this point somebody was like, just keep going, but okay. Alright, performance check.
Yep. Okay. Definitely a good part of the crowd is very happy. There are a few people, though, that are like, it's entertainment. I'll watch. I mean, there's always those in the crowd.
Yeah, that's fair. You can't please everyone. Anyways.
So, before you continue, any reactions from the rest of the group?
I'd like to think Lorraine's just asleep at the table right now.
I'm like staring like big ol' eyes. I'm like, ooh.
Lorraine's just like midway through eating, but she fell asleep at the same time.
I like nudge her. Hey, look.
Anything from Deckard?
Yeah, I kind of just be paying half attention, patting my duck, the usual. Just watching closely.
Okay. So, with that, we will return to the stage.
We begin our tale once again with two rival clans. Doggedly at each other's throats, but holding firm to the city. In one family, there's a young boy, a handsome dwarf, the youngest one of the clan, dwarven, what is it? Dwarven. Oh, I pronounce something in dwarvish, but it essentially translates to, Romunculus or Romancis. And on the stage, from like behind one of the trees, this little box tips over and pops open, and what looks like one of those wooden mannequins, like you've seen like those model mannequins, like you would have on your desk. Like if you're an artist and you're trying to figure out a pose, you would have one of those wooden like desks to figure out posing. I am not sure what they're called. Essentially, it's that without a face. It's a face, but it's dressed up very like princely, very fancy. And in the other corner, and in the other half of the city, a beautiful, ethereal, elven young lady. And as soon as I said elven young lady, as I pronounce her name, Yotharia Elvenwood. Another box pops out from one of the wooden trees, and it pops up like a jack-in-box, and a similar little wooden mannequin pops up in like this beautiful like white princess outfit. This, very gorgeous, very pretty. Alas, though they never should have come into contact with one another due to this hatred between these guilds, a single night they saw each other and found love. And as you see them they act like puppets, but they are definitely moving on their own. Like they are mimicking the outfits of like seeing someone. Like the dwarven mannequin looks up, sees the elven princess up in like is mimicking like a tower. The elven mannequin looks down. They reach out their arms. And then they slowly look like they back away from each other. Alas, their dear families, so deep in their hatred that they can no longer recognize love, had kept this couple apart. Until an idea came to the elven princess. And you see the elven princess moves to center stage, looks around, and it is the teddy bear, but it's like he's poorly disguised. He's like wearing a hood. He looks very roguish. He presents looks like just a bottle or a potion bottle, just like something, and hands it to the elven mannequin. With her wisdom of the ages, given to her of the elven kind, she proposed an idea. She would go into a long trance, to one that is almost indistinguishable of death. That way her family would propose and to allow her to sneak away, be buried among her elven kind, and then once they have all let all the grief flow through their family, she would be able to sneak off and live together with her dwarven prince. And so she goes to mimic the drink. She falls over, and as sort of lays flat in like a few, like you would be resting in a coffin. Among is, and then alas, the dwarven prince was too blinded by his love to not see her plan, understand her plan. He loved her so much that he burst into the chapel where she lay and cried out and screamed and did the ultimate sacrifice. And as I'm saying this, you see what looks like little other mannequins coming, like surrounding the elven princess, you know, as they stood. And you see the dwarven prince come rushing in, bend over in sad and grief, and then reach up and hold what looks like a tiny dagger. And then immediately he thrusts it into its chest, or mimics thrusting it. I should also note I could roll another performance check now. There's definitely like a bit of there's very bits of like music playing in through this. There was romantic music, there was in this moment there was very tragic sounding music.
Sure. I was gonna have you make one for the end, and this looks like it's getting towards the end. So.
It is.
Oh. You do have inspiration, if you'd like to use that.
Yes, I do. So I'm going to roll that. Oh, that's a lot better.
Okay.
So the music briefly doesn't hit its cue, and I underneath my you may not see it, but I hit a button, hitting a box underneath there, and the music kicks back in. Lo, was he laid down by his love for her princess. The shock and the screams from the grieving awoke the elven princess, and seeing the horror of what her plot had created, she decided to join her prince in the afterlife. And you see the elven princess like get up, look shocked, you know, mimic grieving, picks up the dagger, and then stabs herself. And they basically fall on top of each other. Thus, a fitting love at last, only permitted in death. A time of hatred and a hope of love cut off at its root. So that this tale goes, and so many tales shall be told. Remember to listen to your heart and not let the hatred envelop it. And then with that, like, the entire lights go off and reappears, and then everything, the Arthurian reappears with his cloak on, with his full outfit, and it's like, to all of you, I hope you enjoy this quick and fine tale. There are many more, and I have many more to share, and I have the hope to share with you soon. But for now, eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy some fun. And with that, he once again he shoots off essentially beams of like colors, like there's just bright blues and pinks and purples, and all it looks like a fireworks show inside the tavern.
Okay.
Boom, that's it.
When
So
when the crowd realizes that this is the end, you get a lot of clapping. And there is applause.
And I take Obviously, as any good showman, I take a deep bow and to each of the sides of the stage.
Coffee, I know you said something, but I totally didn't hear that. So,
I'm just cheering. I'm like, whoa, let's go! Yeah! Crib is pumped, basically.
Thank you. Please enjoy yourselves. You are in a great tavern, a great city. Have a little fun. And he disappears off the stage.
okay.
Boost and red pilled.
With that, you meet a strange individual. Sort of.
My character, or
Yes. I mean,
ah,
you literally just met on stage, after all. You may or may not
yes.
have reasons to reach out to this strange person, but if you wanted to, there is that opportunity.
A fan. Oh, of course. I will be happy to provide autographs or provide my information in my latest performance. How can I help you, my kind friend? I'm asking the individual.
I'm pretty sure that would be Kriv.
Oh! Hi, would you like to join the rat gang?
It's a good thing Deckard's not here.
I think you'd be a really cool friend, and you should totally join us.
Can I roll insight into knowing what they're talking about? Or
So, I don't think they're well known enough to be like something you'd have heard of. But, if you want, roll me a flat, intelligence check. Okay, well, you apparently have heard of a strange band in the north that, have sometimes been called the Rat Gang.
Let's go.
I have heard of your how you say community. I am always happy to travel and perform for all clientele. I will say my prices, especially for traveling so far, must be adjusted given my equipment and my support staff. So nothing is out of the question.
I look over to Rain, and I'm like, and I
She's
also
still
look
sleeping,
over
so you might have to like wake her up.
Rain, Rain, Rain.
What? What?
I need your help. I'm trying to indoctrinate him into the rat gang.
Ragging. She sleepily like gets up from her thing and stumbles over with like food still in her hand. Goes, Rat Gang member? So what's the plan? What's the plan here, Grib?
So, I like lean over and I'm whispering, but I'm not whispering very quietly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think, right, our selling point is gonna be, like, you know how, like, I can tank all the damage, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good selling point because I'm essentially a flesh shield, right? And you have, wait, I haven't seen you fight. What do you do?
I guessing you're talking to me. I'm like, I
Leans over and starts whispering to the guy.
I am more of a performer than a fighter, but that does not mean I don't know how to defend myself.
So,
Okay,
Kriv,
and then like I lean back over to Rain and I'm like, okay, so, right, I think that if we like tell him about the tavern, like the little tavern we have back home, and like, you know, maybe if we like talk about how much we travel and stuff, maybe he might join. And wait, and like I like lean back over to him. We have capes. And like I hold up a rat fur skin. Do you like capes?
There's a slight moment where there's a small look of disgust that's covered up in a smile when he says, I appreciate all kinds of fashion.
And like I like look over at Rain and I start nodding vigorously.
Yeah. We have a lot of those capes, don't we?
So listen, right. Okay, so like one day, right, if you travel with us, so like all of us are like crazy strong, right? And like I'm gonna be a world famous gladiator, and then you can like tell like, you know, in like all of your stories and stuff and get like lots of people, because you'll be like, yeah, I traveled with Kriv. And I traveled with the rat gang, and like everybody like, oh, you did? And then like you'll be like, yeah, I did, and like I start flexing.
So, Kriv, let me remind you that there was a reason you guys came to Ulochi.
I forgot why we came here.
I'm new to the party, so I have no idea why we're here.
Yes. Kriv and Deckard and Neria are the only ones from the original party that would have any clue why you actually came here. You've lost and gained many people on the way. So about 5 months ago at this point, you guys started out because you were infused with a strange type of energy, and another surge of that same energy was felt down here. But no one could tell you what it was or why. Just that it was very similar.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, I remember now. So like we're gonna go like chase down this really cool stuff because like this academy place, and the guys are kind of mean there. Like they made me go, like they used this weird thing that made my mouth like stay closed and I couldn't move, and it was really crazy. So I'm thinking like we investigate this stuff and then we go back and then they can't yell at me for flexing because I went on this huge trip, right? It's like sound logic, right?
Am I just standing there just absorbing this in? Can I...
Probably, unless you have a better idea.
I'm just like, I'd like to have like if someone, I don't know if anyone wants to roll an insight on how I'm feeling about all of this.
That would be up to them.
Nah.
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 Like I start like going on a huge rant about our journey thus far, and like I just start rambling, and then I start talking about the weapon I commissioned, and like, then I start talking about the tavern back home.
And I'm like,
just to point out one thing, he does mention Catris when he's talking about having commissioned a new weapon.
Catris?
Yes.
When I heard the name Catris, was that you who was the one who was talking, was that the weapon that I believe that she talked to me about?
Oh wait, my really like cool epic pike that she's making.
That one,
Right.
yes.
Yes, I don't know that's the exact words that she used, but yes, that is the one.
Well, it's gonna be epic because she's the one who's making it. You know.
Of course I know she's the best. She's the best in all this grand city. She's the best artificer. I should know. She
Mr.
is.
Getting really hyped.
I should know her. I know her quite well.
Hey yo.
Let us perhaps travel back to her workshop and we can discuss your opportunities for me. Now it's fairly early work, but I can see a very promising arrangement as a marketer for your adventures. And you see him literally pause.
Oh.
By the way, there is one other.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
She's trying. She's stuck in the back rooms.
I briefly saw the Boca, and then she was gone. She's back, though she's muted.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, give her a sec.
So good. What has my character been doing this entire time while Chris has been going on a rant, by the way? I'd like to know what has Rain been doing this entire time?
I would hope you would know.
I would like to think she's fallen back asleep on the floor. This time instead of the table.
Can I pick her up?
You could!
Can I say allow me, and I pat my hands together, and essentially comes out is essentially a human-sized version of one of those wooden mannequins. A lot more detail. It looks like made out of like nicer, proper wood. Like it looks like it's very nice varnished wood. More natural appearing, like it was cut directly from the tree. You know, there's even still some branches in it and so forth. And essentially all on the face, instead of a blank face, they're just a happy smile. Like a little emoji, like a smile.
It's just a guy. It's just a little guy.
It's just
So-
a little creepy guy.
I'm gonna interrupt for a sec. Is that a Boca? Is
Yeah.
a Boca here?
I'm sorry, I fell asleep.
That's what I said. Probably happened. So, I think this is the perfect time for Boca to have just found the perfect tavern, which happens to be where you are. So, you see a Koba push her way through the doors, and having spotted Kriv and Deckard, she comes over, as well as two other people. One is a dark-skinned elf, and the other is a Andrusen, like yourself, though I don't remember if you're the same type.
How do I pronounce it? Exeral?
Zero.
Exeral.
I don't actually think we necessarily picked. We should have, but yeah, I don't think I did. Oh, I think that was because you're mixed. You're draconic. You're basically a Nephilim. So, yes, you are a little more draconic than this particular one. But it is another Andrusen. So, what does a Koba do?
What am I supposed to do?
Well, what do you want to say to them?
Sorry, I'm late.
So, are you guys shocked that she managed to find you, even though she wasn't there when you picked up Deckard?
Who up woman? I'm sorry, I zoned out.
Kriv!
I'm sorry! My roommate texted me. In my defense.
Thank you for
wait.
not showering, Chris.
So, wait, Deckard got picked up?
So Matilda came over, and she, Ow. I then smacked my head against the mic. Ow. One day I won't do that anymore.
And I gesture at the like bear at the teddy bear. Like, shoo, the show is over. We can pack that up.
I would think the larger of the two would do that, but
You underestimate Bear True's strength.
I don't know. I think he is the weaker of them, with his whole force strength.
So instead of like holding it up, he's literally like, that's why he's dropping it, because he can't hold it any longer. Just slowly starts like taking it into like the back with the other stuff.
So Crib, would you like to introduce Akoba to the other two?
So, these are some other gamers, some new gamers. And then, new gamers, this is a gamer from you know, the OG.
When you say gamers, is this in character or?
You can't tell.
Akoba just shakes
in
her
character.
head. Akoba just shakes her head and says hello.
Rain happily just like half sleepily waves and just is like, hello. I'm Rain. That's all she says.
So, I want you to do one thing for me before you decide anywhere else. There has been a lot of talk going on as you've been sitting here and talking. And I want to know if any of you have overheard anything. So, I want you all to make me perception checks.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's 24.
Perception?
Yes, perception.
Let me get mine out. My
I have
headphones came
not
off
been
and
paying
like,
attention.
You just got here. It's okay.
Yeah, you just got here. That's make.
I think Deckard is still stuck on the phone. So, let me roll for him.
perception? I believe I rolled right. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
I'll be right back.
Well, you have actually all rolled pretty high. Except for our, just arrived member. Though, I should say that, our artificer, magician, has, definitely, heard some stuff already. But,
What
let
have
me
I
bring
heard?
up-
Is it?
I've already told you what you heard.
Those rumors. Okay.
Yes.
Well, quite the party you have here. Perhaps we should, like I said, gather at Catra's place once more. I do not want to give. I wish to give. I'm blanking out on her name. The owner of the tavern.
Oh, Macy.
Yes. Now that to give an usually Macy likes to get the place cleaned up and prepared for the next performance. So perhaps we should take this conversation on the move. I gesture toward the door, and you see behind me. You kind of see him now, with everything sort of looking like, the table folded up, various little doodads held. You see a human-sized, as I mentioned, a human-sized version of the mannequin, much more detailed, with a smiley face. And then you see what looks like a teddy bear, but there's without much fur, and it's much more like clockwork, sort of metal. With the only non-metal thing is a large wooden key, or key on the back of it, and that's about the size of a teddy bear. Jameson, Bertrude, we have done a fantastic performance. We are now heading home to Catrus. Or, I would keep pronouncing their name. Is it
Catrus?
Catrus. Oh, thank you, sorry. We're back to Catrus Place. And now, well done to both of you, indeed. Quite the do. Bertrude, you missed a few of your marks, but I'm not going to hold that against you. New location and all, new location and all, and so forth. But otherwise, you've did quite well. And I pat the bear on the head. And the bear looks down a little embarrassed, but then perks up when he gets pet on the head.
Kriv. As sort of the impromptu leader, do you want to suggest going to your rooms instead? Or are you going to go out?
Yes. What do you guys want to do? What are we feeling? How are we? What's up? Uh-oh. Boca, what are you thinking? What do you want to do?
Oko looks up from what they were doing. Way?
You wanna go chill at home, or not home, but the hotel thing was here, or do you wanna like go out and see the city, and or do you wanna go to bed, or like hang out?
Is there a magic shop near here?
There are several, yes.
Could we go see one?
So which type of shop would you like? Because there are different types. By the way, you didn't introduce him, but Borderlander is here. And he speaks up. What type of place are you looking for? I'm Borderlander, the guide.
I would like spell scrolls, place to learn spells.
Oh, that type. Well. Probably your best bet is Roman, the pawnbroker.
Right? We go there? And then we can go back to rest.
So, Kriv, do you want to go with, or is Boca gonna go on her own. Well, with Borderlander.
I'll go with Boca.
Okay. Does that mean everyone wants to go, or?
I think everyone else besides I think both Kuma and is it Rhea? I think that they're both still AFK.
Yes. That is what it does say.
I guess. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, does Inferion want to go with them, or do you want to head back and meet them later?
I will. I would assume it would be more like probably be all since I'm already packed up. I'm gonna be probably heading back to, Catris, fucking goddamn names. Back to her place, just to wind down, and I'll simply say, I will meet you all there, and Jameson, like without missing a beat, presents a card.
Ayo.
Which, it's like a fancy, business card. It has like the information and also the location of the workshop
The
where
shop?
yeah.
Okay. Though, Crib has been, so,
Okay.
yeah. But,
Oh god, it's all there. Easy peasy.
as you
I
guys
just
split up,
moved it backwards
uh,
on the stairs.
Crib and Boga, Akoba, go to meet Roman, the pawnbroker.
Okay.
As you have already seen, Kriv, Roman has a distinct look. He wears a turban. He's got a half face mask that looks vaguely mechanical. And he has had his right arm replaced, no, left arm, sorry, replaced with a automaton type arm made of clockwork. Oh, he's also an old gentleman. He's probably 50 or 60, I'd guess. White beard, monocle in his one good eye. So he's quite the character. He looks up seeing Kriv and goes, you again. Is there some other business?
I've come to see your spells.
Oh, so it's items you seek. Who are you, little one?
I am Akoba. I am Akoba.
Well, it is nice to meet you. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to find... That does not help me. That also does not help me. Where are scrolls? Sorry, I was looking at something. Got distracted. Okay, that did not help me. Oh, there it is. Right. He goes, what sort of spells are we talking about? And he pulls out multiple cases, and they are full of scrolls.
I see the folks second level and cantrips.
Okay. He says, second level, huh? I have quite the collection. Let me know what you're interested in, and I'll tell you if I have it. And I'm gonna say he has most second level spells. So,
Post second level spells. Right. Did you post the second level spells list? Or is it in the or wait a minute. Okay. Will this work, Gracie?
there's your list. Chat, you did not see that. You did not see the Discord.
Pay no attention to the Discord behind the curtain.
Lord, I'm having it.
Wait. Okay. Hmm. Um. Wait, there's. What's. No. Magic weapon enhances your weapon, and spiritual weapon is the weapon you summon, right?
Well, he would have that scroll.
Both of them?
What was the first one?
Magic weapon. That's the enhancement for your weapon, right?
Magic weapon is how you can temporarily enchant your weapon, yes.
Okay, so that's the one I don't want. Could I get spiritual weapon?
Okay.
And do I have lesser restoration?
Is that lesser restoration?
Yeah, can I get that?
Yes. Well, presumably. The big question is how you're gonna pay for it.
How much are they?
They are 300 gold apiece.
What? How much are the cantrips?
15, well, 20.
Okay, can I see the cantrips?
Sure. By the way, you do have some things, that you could sell. Or, could use identified. Like you have a robe, which I believe is the one of useful items. Though in your sheet, it just has a bunch of question marks.
Because you didn't tell me what it was.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, you hadn't sat down with it.
Yeah, I'll get that inspected too. It doesn't cost anything, right?
No, it doesn't cost anything. You did, by the way, get a few items, which we should probably take care of now. You guys got 2 first level spell scrolls, 2 cantrip spell scrolls, an immovable rod, 2 potions of greater healing, a potion of superior healing, oil of slipperiness,
What
and
was
a
that first
dust. What was that?
What was the first thing?
2 first level spell scrolls.
Do they specifically have spells on them?
Yes, they have spells on them. I just haven't identified them yet.
Could we identify those? Yeah.
Should I make it random? You want random, or should I pick?
One of them random, one of them you pick.
Right. Oh, this is a whole bunch of tables. Tables upon tables. So that would be a crazy thing to try to find. But I know there's a table that is loot, but I'm totally blanking. Maybe if I look in here again. Oh, I can't actually... Game makers, make the things clickable. When you have a big giant list of what the categories are. Please, for my sanity. And I don't see a table for them. Are you just gonna be the description? I have a feeling you are. Yes, you are a description. And you're just random loot tables. Okay. Terrible tables. I'm just gonna pick first level spells. That's how I'm gonna do this. Alright. One is Burning Hands.
The random one.
What was that?
Can I assume that was the random one?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm basically doing random for both. But,
Okay.
it's just me looking through the list. The other one, I want Dissonant Whispers.
Is it okay if I want Dissonant Whispers?
Sure. I mean, you can sit down with any of them and learn them.
Okay. Well, the cantrip I want to learn it. I think it's a cantrip because it was on the cantrip list. At least on the other site. Is guidance?
Guidance. Sure. One of the cantrip ones can definitely be guidance. That's a simple one. But for the other cantrip scroll... Oops, that was first level. Cantrip. I think lightning lure is a good one for the second one.
Yeah.
And I think you also have another random spell scroll. Oh, which is a third level one, I think?
Yeah, I got it from the man.
Yeah. The adventure that technically hasn't occurred yet. But, do you want me to, figure that one out while we're doing it?
Sure.
Right, let me look at third level spells.
Is he the bad guy? Would life transference be allowed?
I'm trying to think of what the spell is like.
So what? Just my hand and say, "Be healed."
Except it hurts you. I don't know if you want that, but,
Mass healing word.
actually, the one I was thinking it could be, is blink.
Point.
Yep. Blink. Oh, and by the way, you did bury the ashes, so, you probably don't need those listed anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blink is good.
Okay.
Hoping to get the summoned
you can-
weapon. But I don't have
spiritual
300
weapon?
gold. Yeah, spiritual, but I don't have 300 gold.
If you would rather... If you don't want to learn a particular spell, you can always sell it.
Can I sell Burning Hands to him?
Sure. Though, he only wants to give you 20 gold for it.
That's okay. I use it to buy one of the other cantrips.
Do you need another cantrip?
No, actually. How much gold am I spending?
So far you haven't spent any.
Another cantrip I need.
By the way, while you're thinking about that, Priv, do you want to take the potions?
Like to hold on to them or to buy them?
No, there's potions from where you fought in the pirate ship that we have not distributed.
Yeah, I'll hold on to them for now. Sure.
Okay, mark down 2 potions of greater healing and 1 potion of superior healing.
Okay.
I'll also give you oil of slipperiness, dust of disappearance, and unless someone else wants it, a movable rod.
I take the rod.
Wait, so I have 2... Oh, alright, thank you.
Hey, Bluebird. Yeah. I distributed the first part, but we didn't give out the second part, so...
So it's I have the potion of greater healing, the potion of superior healing. Does that mean I also have the regular potion of healing?
Yes. And there's 2 potions of greater healing.
Yeah.
That's what the
Crib,
2
do you
means.
have any gold to spare?
By the way,
Uh,
Akoba does have some gold bracelets.
Yeah, I'll sell those.
Okay.
okay, wait. So you're also giving me the immovable rod and the oil slipperiness?
I'll pick the rod if you don't want it.
I mean, sure. I'm just trying to figure out what I have and what I don't have.
So that's 215. That's 30 gold.
And you can identify the robe. It's a robe of useful items, I believe. No. Sorry. It is a robe of scintillating colors. Scintillating colors. This.
Alright.
Right?
Do I have it or does Boka have it?
That is Boka.
Okay.
I was looking at my typing and it's type gibberish.
Well, let me... Okay. How about I do this? That better? Copy paste for the win.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is most of the things. Alright, so that long ago business is finally taken care of. Oh, if you wanted, you could also sell the cracked drift globe.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and sell that.
Okay.
How much would that be?
I'm gonna say 20 golds. They're kind of common, and it's broken, so.
Great. Crib, do you have like 115 gold I can borrow?
The group bank definitely does.
Okay, yes. Here you go, my sweet summer child.
Yay! Okay,
How
now
much-
I'm gonna get a
How
7.
much
I'm
was
gonna
that?
115, so that means I have 300.
I'm just doing the math for the bank.
Thank you.
Right.
115. If my math is right, that should be okay. Alright. So now, with your 300 gold, what would you like to do?
In 1 second.
Oh wow.
I gotta
Apparently
wanna
by the
get-
rules, I'm really underestimating the value of some things.
Uh-oh.
Oh well. Oh!
Wait, is this something I sold that you gave me less gold for?
No. It was... And sorry, it crashed, so give me a sec.
Oh no.
Their official guidance is apparently that any uncommon magic item is worth about 400 gold. But, Yeah, I don't see that. There are definitely differences between one item and another. So, that's a thing. And I lost all of the sheets I had up. So, give me another sec. I'll need this in a moment.
I either want minor meteors, revivify, or summon
Revivify
Cluster
does
Demon.
not exist.
Huh.
Yeah, there's no ability to raise the dead in Celestia. So,
Yeah.
unless you want to make them into a zombie. So,
Then I would replace that with either haste, mass healing word, or summon lesser demons. So I want backup for my dragon. I want to be able to heal, and I want to be able to crowd control if I don't have fireball.
He's probably not gonna have the demon scroll.
Okay.
But he would have haste. And what was the other one?
Minute meteors.
He would have that. Yes.
Okay. Which one do I choose? I would do the mass heal.
Okay. Mass healing word.
Yeah.
Alright.
And what cantrips am I getting to learn again?
Hang on.
And you said other first level spells too.
Okay. I know there was cantrips that you wanted, and now I'm totally blanking.
I think one of them was blink. You were giving me blink.
Yeah, blink. That was one of them.
What was the other ones? Was light?
Guidance. Guidance was one of the base ones.
Yeah.
The cantrips. I'm totally blanking on what the other one was. Oh, come on. Oh, Gust was the other one. I don't know if you wanted that one or not, but that was one of the others. Do you want to learn that one?
Yeah.
Okay. One Gust. There was the first level scrolls. I know you sold the one.
Yeah, I sold Burning Hands.
Yeah. But the other...
First level.
Dissonant Whispers, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll toss that on your sheets.
Lightning Lore was the other one.
Oh. Lightning Lore. Okay.
It wasn't Quest, it was Lightning Lore.
Do you want to learn lightning lure.
Yeah.
Alright. Was there any others?
So,
Was it, haste that you just bought?
it was, mass healing word.
Oh, okay.
I will subtract 300 gold. Now I can heal everyone. Not just one person.
Though, remember, you can only have so many spells active at once.
I know.
So,
Wait, is that concentration?
no. It's instant.
Okay,
Yeah, it's instant.
I was worried.
So,
I was worried about that.
alright. Was there anything else, you wanted to do? Oh, by the way, if you want, you could talk to him about the ring. The
Yeah.
ring of regeneration?
Yeah.
By the way, when you
Um,
when you tried to attune to it, you realized that it is cursed.
yeah.
So, do you want to keep the ring of regeneration, even though it's cursed?
What's the curse? Do I know?
Yes. It would reduce your maximum HP while wearing it.
By how much?
I have to do a little bit of math. Give me 1 sec. Why is this so funkily sized? Weird. Weird. So 12. It would reduce your HP to 35.
Ooh. No, how much can I still hit for then?
It is cursed, but he figures he can pawn it off to someone. So, he's willing to give you 350.
Wow.
Gold?
Yeah.
Hey, you
I mean-
can pay me back.
Being able to regenerate limbs is kind of amazing. So, not as good for combat use like you would need, but definitely valuable.
Okay, I can remove that. I think we're good then. We can go ahead and go back to the hotel if you want, Kev.
So I think Inferion wanted to meet at Catris, the armorers.
Let's go.
So, you go to Catris's for chat in Boca. Catris is a relatively young Nornan woman with pointed ears, blonde hair, and she's wearing a blacksmith's apron on top of her rather ruffled clothes. Oh, and you also get to see her golem, which stands in the doorway.
Oh,
It's a pretty impressive golem, made out of metal with lots of clockwork and highlights of some sort of jungle wood. When you look at it, it actually springs open in its upper arm, and a pair of skithing blades come out. This is what you see.
Wow.
And it looks over at you. Its head slightly tilted, though it's still silent, because it can't speak. I think it's asserting dominance.
Can I start
Can I-
flexing?
I mean, you could try. I'm pretty sure the golem will win, but
Oh,
I'm flexing. I'll be like, hey, I'll be like, nice blades, dude. Check out these.
so I assume Rain and Inferion are both here.
Yes.
I probably come around from the corner. Or did they come with me, or did they?
They took a little detour, so
Yeah, so
They
I'll
arrived later.
probably arrive beforehand.
Yep.
And I say, oh, okay. Does the golem have a name?
her golem is Mercury.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
My friends! Mercury, calm down. These are my guests. I
It
mentioned
glances
this to
over at you, and its blades retract back into its upper arms.
Thank you so much, Mercury. You're always a good helper. Always a good friend. Thank you so much. My friends! I turn to the both of you. My friends, come in. Come in! I believe we have much to continue our discussion.
So, as you guys start to head back into the upper part, well, you go into the back room and then up a set of stairs. But as you're going to do that, another figure who had been looking around in the store, though, was wearing a dark outfit, including a full cloak with the hood pulled up. He tries to leave the store, and Mercury lashes out with one arm and stops him. He sort of freaks a little bit as the golem moves like that, and Mercury pops open the panels once more to release the blades, including the ones that come out of his hands. And the individual shrieks and drops a dagger he was trying to make off with and runs out. Mercury leans down and picks up the dagger and puts it back where it belongs.
I simply remark, a true guardian if ever there has been one. And an important reminder as I sort of look at you two before you do any funny business. Now then,
Funny business? And like Kurt just kind of cocks his head.
anyways, we continue upwards.
Anyway,
No chance of control. None.
That is the way to handle Kriv, yes.
anyways.
Anyways.
That's basically what the pawnbroker did with him. So,
This is true. The pawnbroker just kind of stood there and was like, okay.
he was pretty much unfazed by Kriv.
We were on like little rant. The pawnbroker was like,
Yeah, Roman's great. So, when you get into the back, there's a little, like, dining area that probably is best for you guys to meet at. So, as you, set up,
You see, like, you see my golem, Jameson, and I guess he's a homunculus construct. Well, both my constructs sort of just hanging. Jameson is like practicing a routine, or like with like some puppets. They look like very elaborate, like puppets, almost. I would almost say Muppet-like, but maybe with more like more detailed, and they're a little more detailed in design. But he's basically mimicking like a performance. And Beartrude, the little homunculus construct, is just kind of sort of just kind of wandering around.
As you guys settle in, there is one other figure that joins. A mechanical clockwork owl flies up from down below and lands on a shelf and sits there,
I'm like
silent except for the whir of the clock mechanism. Obviously,
And I gesture to the table, offer the chairs.
so, now that we have a moment, you did make me some perception rolls. So, you have learned a few things. I've already told, Inferion what he learned, but, let's see. Deckard. Deckard learns that a massive undead creature stalks the jungles and has been known to destroy entire caravans heading to Iliha. On the other hand, Kriv learned that a strange creature had been seen that is being called a sloth man, which looks something like an overly large sloth with humanoid proportions. The sloth man was seen in a place called Emmapotamus, which is a river valley. And Rain, you actually heard that a noble named Mbada Okadigob was in possession of a rare artifact, but his prized possession was stolen. Oh wait, not a noble. He's a wealthy merchant. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet. But it was stolen about 4 months ago. Well, actually, no, 6 months ago. Sorry. He's one of the wealthiest merchants in town, and he's been spending money like water to reclaim the item.
Okay.
So, those are the things you found out. So, would you like to share some of the information that you overheard?
So I kind of will start with just, so what brings you to this this fabulous city of ours?
What's wrong with you, Krev?
I'm sorry.
We do
Should-
see. Oh.
We're here to meet up some bad guys.
Should I put words in Kriv's mouth?
Yes.
I forgot what I already learned.
I might actually go to bed shortly because I do not feel very good.
Yes, please do.
So, Kriv tells you that, they originally came down here because a strange energy burst, was detected up north. One that is very similar to their own strange, energy signature. So they were sent here to find out what it was, roughly 6 months ago. They took the boat, and the boat got stuck in Siam for about 4 months. It was only supposed to take about 3, maybe 4 months, but they got a very damaged boat, and they had to stay in Siam for a while it was fixed. So that is what brings them to this cozy place.
Oh. Quite the tale. Many a great tale do always wander when we go off the beaten path. Quite fascinating. You tell me this path, this energy. Funny enough, we haven't had that kind of energy in quite a while, but not because it was on purpose. Reminds me that I've heard something very recently. We've had quite a few thefts recently. The most important requires a unique item, a holy item, in fact. And I say, how familiar are you with the religions here in the city?
What the who?
So, Kriv would be familiar with all the major, deities.
Oh! You said Jin. I thought you said Chin for a second. I'm like, huh?
Oh.
Sorry, that's my brain fart. Yes!
Then you are aware of the water goddess, and the major temple that is here.
Nephis.
And Nephis.
That's the
Recently,
name
there
of
was,
goddess.
yes, Nephis. Recently, there was a major theft, a quite scandalous one here in the city. The great, there's a lost holy item was taken from the temple. Ephesus staff. This legendary artifact is quite well known, and in the city, and quite been known beyond the city as well. It is a legendary artifact used only brought out on the highest of holy days. Its abilities have been said to command the power of the waves, to help provide water to this grand city. Perhaps that could help you. Perhaps seeking that out can help you provide more information with your mysterious energies.
So, this would be a good time to mention that, Rain did hear about another incident just like this one. Another rare artifact was stolen from Imbada, who is one of the wealthiest merchants in the city. And he's been spending lots of money to try to reclaim it.
That is the other. That explains why he's been so hard to get to in terms of parts and pieces. Interesting. Such high profile works going around. Ooh, the stories that could be told. The mystery of the lost. the mysteries of the lost items.
So, Boca, I want you to make me an intelligence roll.
There's intelligence.
Oh, wow.
Nat 20, let's go.
Yeah, that's the perfect time for that. So, Boca, it was not in the tavern, but on the road here. You were listening in to the various conversations around you. And, you overheard, quite a bit. I'm trying to think how to do this. I am gonna put it in your journal, so you should be able to see this. Nope, not what I wanted. Scroll wheel, why are you doing this to me? Oh, actually, let me not do it like that. Hang on. One sec. I'm sorry this takes a little bit.
No worries.
Alright. Alright. So, Boca, there is a note
Yeah.
called Note for Boca. You should be able to see it.
Yeah. Where it be?
Everything there is something you know about. And, where it mentions making an int check, you just did that. So,
Okay.
however you want to impart that information, feel free.
I tell them all.
What is the information?
I impart information.
Are you gonna want me to tell them?
Yes.
Or are you gonna do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so Boca tells you about a third artifact that was stolen on the same day as the other two. This one was of Nornan make. It had fallen into the hands of Ahadi Ak Paibo, one of the city's most powerful nobles. And he mobilized the guard to hunt throughout the city, even to the point of raiding the Thieves Guild holdings to try to look for it. However, he has not been able to find it, or at least so the rumors say. But he was turning the lower deck over, trying to find his item. And Book in particular knows that all the artifacts were stolen on the very same night, which is the same night that the mages up north told them that they should come down here and take a look.
The mystery deepens.
Mm-mm.
Fascinating, marvelous. Ooh, what a story! 3 different artifacts, 3 tales weaving together. Ooh, or perhaps they were always woven together. Most exciting.
So, the best thing to do is probably to search for information from probably one of these individuals that used to have the artifacts. There are 3. The first one is Anephis's staff. Obviously, it's held, or was held, by the Church of the Lady of the Waves, whose head priestess, Asanti, is in charge, and she would be the one to talk to. The second one was held by the wealthy merchant, Mbara. And the third was held by Ahadi, one of the nobles in the city, and probably
Noble.
the hardest to get in touch with. What was that, Boca?
I'm not saying nobles out loud.
Okay. So, where would you guys like to start?
Cool with wherever. I'm cool with wherever we decide to go.
Maybe the tavern where the sketchy people were? Quote unquote sketchy?
You're sketchy.
Well, if we're all sketchy.
That's
I'm not
true.
sketchy.
Well,
I mean, I will tell you this much. You have all the rumor type information that is out there right now. So, hunting more rumors probably will not help. I will say the church is at least an open building to the public. So, if you want to meet one of them, it is the easiest to get into.
I can say, perhaps, yeah, and I mentioned about the church. I can say I'll mention that as the church and being publicly open. It would I could say, perhaps we can start pulling on the first of these strings by going to the church there. I can perhaps help introduce you, provide you as a tour. Is the guide still there, or is he gone?
I think he parted ways for the night.
Okay.
But, yeah. Otherwise, what was that?
I'm gonna head out.
have a good night.
Oh, feel better.
Feel better. Get plenty of sleep, water, and snacks.
Take care.
Ah.
So, with the part of the group left,
Should we decide to maybe call it a night and meet in the morning?
so if you want to go to the temple, they are open almost all hours. So,
So
yeah.
we have the option.
I mean, the waves are always there.
Mm.
So must the church.
Mm. I mean, what could go wrong at a church? Let's be honest.
You weren't paying attention to my story earlier, were you?
I was asleep.
No.
I might have been. Listen, the food was so
No.
good. The food was so good. I kind of passed out.
Oh, there's a slight like sad and moment to himself and is like, it's fine, it's fine. It's
If you write a book on it, I'll definitely read it though.
there. He gets a little flowing. It's a little hard to translate theta into word, but it's like, never mind that. Shall we? So, shall we continue this adventure?
And I would enjoy too, yes.
Shall I be the one to lead the way to the temple?
I mean, I could always lead the way. I know the area around here pretty decently.
So, the Church of Anephis, the Church of the Lady of the Waves, is one of the most recognizable buildings in the entire city. In fact, it happens to be on our picture here. You see the big building on the top floor? The one to the left of that is the temple. It is the second largest building in the entire city. Full of gardens, water effects like fountains and pools. It's incredibly beautiful. And of course, it's right next to the main palace. So, where all the government activities go on.
Sorry, my page refreshed. I was fixing it.
It's okay. I know what happens.
Yeah, it crashed me. I was like, oh! Oh, okay.
It was so magnificent, the computer couldn't take it.
Yeah, I was literally zooming in and it's like... Nope, goodbye. And I'm like, oh, goodbye. Oh, there we go. I am back now.
Yay.
Yay.
So, I'm gonna say it's evening when
Yes.
you guys get there. And sorry for the noise.
It's all good.
No good. You're good.
So, when you get there, it's evening. So, as you come inside, rays of the setting sun glint off of a giant pool on the inside. And it's your first time seeing this, but the pool actually shows a sort of map of the waves off the coast. In fact, you can see the town, which, by the way, I did look up the name of. It's Ern. But you can see on the shore the city or town of Ern. And even the city of Ulochi on the very edge. But this pool seems to accurately depict the waves that are out in the sea right now. In miniature, of course.
Okay. So, since we're here...
Unfazed by the magic.
Well, for me, I'm like, oh, lovely and everything, but, you know.
Rain has an urge to jump in the pool and take a swim, but she knows she cannot, or she would be kicked out of the church.
There are bathing pools here, by the way.
Oh, are there? Fantastic.
Yes. Though, usually those are for specific rituals, but they do exist. So, do any of you want to try to get the attention of one of the priests or priestesses?
Okay, Shy.
Yeah, sure. I have an idea. So, Rain stands in the middle of the church, and she screams as loudly as she can the word fire.
What?
And that is all.
Is this where Boca casts Fireball?
Yes.
Or waiting for Naka to say something?
I am not even sure what to say about that.
Wait for Naka!
It's probably not the best way to get attention, but
But I got attention, so that's I wouldn't.
Boca
I
casts
want-
like a tiny fireball on my finger.
Yeah. I wasn't lying when I said there was fire.
Can I?
one of the priests walks over and says, what are you doing?
Getting your attention.
I would think there's easier ways than this.
But this was more
No, that
fun.
was the easiest way ever.
But this was more fun.
You
And
came
it
right
worked.
away.
Yeah, you know, right? I know threatening to
I-
bring down a temple would get attention so quickly.
Can I like sneak in or intervene? Like, forgive me. They are. I kind of whisper. They're from out of town.
Rain over here says, "What do you mean out of town? I live here."
Boca let it go, so that's not fair to say I'm out of town.
What do you mean out of town? I live here.
In town. What do you mean?
In town. In town. I'm not good with words. Thank you.
So the priest says, I can overlook it this once. Just keep your darkling in line.
Hey? What did you call me?
Boca's
I'm sorry, what?
tail slaps on the ground. Excuse me?
I'm sorry. What did you call me?
Forgive it. And I kind of like, forgive us. I was simply showing them around. I apologize for the disruption. Though I do now have your attention.
Go pulls him back. Excuse me?
I mean, he wasn't going anywhere, but, he looks at you and says, what?
I was
I was
wondering. I know, as a performer, I was wondering if there was. I was thinking out more tales to tell about our fair city, and I was looking to hear more about some of the tales of this temple, particularly perhaps those of the holy days, ones with when the most extravagant performances were done. Are there any times that come to mind in your history, in your time here?
So, he considers your words for a long moment and then says, oh, are you mercenaries? And he makes the word sound like some sort of curse.
What's it to you?
Boca's about to slap this man.
What's it to you? Huh? What if we are? What are you gonna do? Toss us
I
out?
say this out loud.
He says, then I assume you want to talk to the priestess, the head priestess.
I mean, it's not every day someone comes in here shouting
Talk to your
fire.
mama about your language.
Hey, if you can see, it's hard to tell, but you can still start seeing sweat coming through his scales. It's if the priestess has a moment of their time. Yes, these.
He waves his
He looks
hand
for the word.
and says,
He works for the word freelancers.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sure she can use some more pet mercenaries on this foolish quest of hers.
Boca? Were we called pets? You're a close pet.
Give me a second. I'm looking at my spells real quick.
I'm also looking at one.
Ironically
enough, so am I.
what do you mean by pet? I would assume these mercenaries. Excuse me. I assume these mercenaries are helping seek out one of the most holy artifacts in this temple.
Oh, of course, that's their duty. But they're paid.
Oh, true, but a fair wage is all that matters. You know, not any
Highway
not-
robbery. They should do it because it is the staff of a Nephis. Anyway, follow me.
alas,
And he motions and just starts walking off.
and I follow sort of back, trying to sort of act as like a barrier between the priest and potential
Death?
yeah, sure, we'll call it that.
You need to move.
Team grumpily is following along, muttering to herself, and you can't make out what she's saying, but she's muttering to herself very angrily.
This should not really
Same.
surprise Rain. Being called a Darkling is one of the nicer curses used on.
Oh no, she
more
takes insult
Hadril.
to the word pet. She takes insult to the word pet.
Yeah, the
Okay.
pet one got me mad.
She's muttering to herself, I'm not fucking pet. No. How dare they call
So-
You're
me?
lucky he's in between them.
So this priest has probably always lived within a temple. In fact, from the look of him, he's probably of noble birth and was fostered onto the church. So,
I believe the term is he's a yuppie.
Ayet's definitely very
Who's a yup now?
entitled for the fact that technically the church provides everything for him.
Who the what now?
I don't know if you
Oh.
know this process. I don't know if you've heard of this trend during the Middle Ages, but noble families who had too many kids would send off some of their kids to work for the church.
Yep, I'm familiar with that.
That is what still happens here from time to time. Because it's prestigious if one of their children is part of the church.
Or they just simply, they of course prestige, but also they want to get rid of a child.
Well, yes, they have too many mouths to feed, well, as far as they're concerned. Too many people wanting titles.
Mm-hmm.
Best to put them somewhere where they can work and not need to worry about money or things like that. So, yeah, that's part of why he has this attitude. You can tell just by the way he walks and holds himself that he's probably of noble birth. But he's not representative of all of the church. He's just one particular individual. And he thinks less of anyone who actually works for a living.
He's a Draco Malfoy.
Oh my
Well,
god.
to him, he is highly religious. He does worship Nephis, but he spends all his days in doing the duty of Nephis's will, which can be a lot of different things. But it's not menial labor, and he's not paid. The church just provides everything for him: meals, place to live. He has servants who, make his bed, tidy his clothes. Money is completely
says what?
abstract from his life. So, people who have to work are basically lesser to him. It's not that strange, really.
I'm gonna lesser his
but-
face.
What? I mean, there's people even these days who feel like that.
Yeah.
They just don't work for, like, a church. Usually.
Yeah. Usually.
But he does take you to a room higher up in the temple. This seems like a small, maybe, audience chamber. It has a couple of different ponds in it. And in the middle, you see a striking, relatively pale woman with blonde hair and piercing, brown, almost orange eyes, who is dressed in a fairly elaborate, though simple, white robe with an orange sash. And she's wearing a headdress that appears to be something akin to swan feathers. In fact, at the moment, she has a bunch of swans who are sitting next to her. And I will show you her picture. This is Asante. Asante Okankau.
Bit of a looker.
Or Asante Oko Nakwu is, I guess, how I originally put it. Oh, she does, by the way, actually no. Would you like to roll me a religion or history check?
I can do that.
You can all make one.
I'm gonna roll a history.
Okay?
I'll do a history. Wait, what do?
Okay. Oh, wow.
Boca.
Is a genius. You may bow.
Well, you all know that her name actually means face of gratitude. That is Asante. She is a very well-known leader. She is in her late 30s, though she looks a bit younger. And, are there any other details? Boca would actually know. Not for any particular reason, but has just overheard it at some point. That, she's actually been the head of the temple for about a decade now. She is one of the youngest people to become the high priestess of, the Lady of the Waves. She is also, by the way, immensely powerful. Boca, roll me a perception check, really quick.
Perception.
Yeah.
Focus not paying attention much. I'll use one of the 3 inspiration.
You actually don't need to. This is a really low roll. She exudes raw power as part of her aura. It actually fills most of the room. While professionally, she is a priestess, in fact, a high priestess. She's also a powerful wizard. You can tell by her aura. In fact, she is probably more than twice as high a level as you are.
Oh gosh. Well then.
The priest goes over to her and says something to her, and then departs, and she motions you over, where she is next to the lake, or pond, or whatever you want to call it. The body of water that is in this room. She's petting the head of one of the swans as you walk over. And, how do you begin?
I think Inferion does a very respectful bow.
Okay? Do you want to see how respectful and appropriate the bow is?
Sure, what do I need to roll?
Performance. Let's see the tone you set. Oh, you do a spectacular job. She's impressed.
Gracious, thank you for your time. I understand. I am sure you are, as always, busy.
She says, "Oh, I have heard that you have heard of the plight of the church, and may be willing to assist, and, better yet, potentially capable." She looks at Boca for a second, and then Rain, and finally yourself. And I'm assuming Deckard is here too, though I don't think Deckard has ever come back from his phone call. But she looks you all over, and she says, "I know you've heard of the loss of the staff. There is some information we have not made generally public. And I'm gonna share this with you." She actually hands you a copy of a note.
I feel a performance coming on as I kind of look at it and read it aloud.
Go ahead.
Blows cold air at his neck when he starts to read.
What was that?
I said Boca blows cold air at the back of his neck when he starts to read.
Rain eats her note.
So it's the only one that seems to have actually read the note. Do you want to read it?
Yes. Search ye
Oh, joy.
far or search ye near, you'll find no trace of the three. Unless you follow instructions clear, for the weapons abide with me. North past forest, farm and furrow, you must go to the feathered mound. Then down away from the sun you'll burrow, forget life, forget light, forget sound. To rescue wave, you must do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble. Crash cavern vast, where chain links rattle, lies whelm past water spouts double. Black razor yet remains to be won, underneath inverted ziggurat. That garnered, think not you're done, for now you'll find you are caught. I care not, former owners brave, what heroes you seek to hire. Though mighty, I'll make each one my slave, or send him to the fire. Well, I think it's very presumptuous to assume it's going to be a he, but otherwise, pretty good poetry.
So, there are a few things which, she will impart. She says, "I've heard 2 other individuals have lost items of similar caliber. In the note, Wave is one of the other names that is given to a Nephis' staff. Whelm is the name of another item, which might be one of the other lost items. And while it says Black Razor here, it should actually be Black Reaper. But Black Reaper is a third item, which she does happen to know was owned by a merchant in the city here. But yes, this would seem to reference all the missing items. There was something else I was going to mention. She says, we've had some scholars do some research, and they point us to a very old story. In fact, I'm gonna give you another note.
I do love stories.
Actually, no. I won't give you this yet. She says, we're pretty sure that the Feathered Mound is actually a mountain called White Plume Mountain. It's often referred to as the Feathered Mound because of the fact that it expels clouds from it on a regular basis, crowning it in what looks like feathers. Hence the name White Plume and Feathered Mound. So we assume that is where the items are. It is also to the northwest specifically. Wait, no, northeast? Yes, northeast, sorry. Wait, no. Northwest, I was right. Sorry, it is late. I am getting my my east and my west confused. Sorry. Almost no one has talked about the mountain for a very long time, but it is in a lot of legends. Specifically, she mentions that, and where's the name? Come on, name. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm awake. Really. She mentions a mage had built a massive fortress inside the mountain. His name is Correptus. And, she says that, there is an entire tale of Correptus. I'll leave you to track that down, but I can reward you handsomely if you return the staff of Nephis.
I sort of nod gracefully at the priestess for the information, and I turn to the others. Well, sounds like you all have a journey ahead.
You all, who says you aren't coming with us?
Max is here and tracks him along.
Yeah, you're coming with us.
I don't think I have much of a choice.
No, I'm like, I meant to be only your guide, but perhaps for the time being, I shall be your chronicler. Now your story shall be known throughout the land, throughout the city and beyond, for you all shall be the ones that returned the great Nephis' staff to his proper home.
We're
So,
taking you because you're part of the rat cult.
There's a puzzled look on his face. I'm like, I have some concerns about that.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
So I guess with that information,
yes, there are several routes open to you now.
okay.
One route is actually one which I assumed would happen eventually. There was a side story for a couple weeks because I only had a couple of people. And I didn't want to do the final battle in Siam without everyone. So we did a little adventure in the future. And the party went to the library, or at least part of it did, to research Corruptus. And that has whisked them away to another location. However, that is not the only option you can do right this moment. There are two others that you know of, which you can make an appointment with and see if they're also willing to offer something.
Sure.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I assume that was to Boca.
Yes.
I said, sure, why not?
Okay. I guess.
Adventure awaits. Rain grabs hand and goes, "Come on, rat gang." Leave.
Boca drags him by the ear.
I also grab Boca's hand because I don't want Boca to feel left out.
Yay!
I try to turn surprised and was surprised at the strength of your grip. I'm like, thank you for your time, priestess. We have faith. We shall return the stuff to its proper home.
She's mildly amused by the sight of you all leaving.
Rhea, what is your strength actually?
This is a good question. Let me pull up my sheet again. I just had it closed for a second.
It's a 14, by the way.
14.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought it was the 18 for a second. That was my dex.
Yeah. You're more dexterous than you are strengthy.
Bonk.
But,
Tis fine, I can still drag away.
yeah. It's still higher than average, so. Yeah. Unless there's something else in particular that you want to do. I think next episode will be, going around meeting the noble and the, merchants, and then going to the library. Which will finally catch us up to, the point in the future. And we'll connect all the dots, finally.
Exciting.
Yeah, in fact, just to let you two know, the party is, in that future point that we already know exists, trapped in, a Fey dimension, pocket dimension, because they opened a book and started to read.
Reading will do that to you. You get stuck in, you can't get out.
Very literally, in this case. But, yes. Boca started to read the book, and now they're all trapped. So far. So, you have that to look forward to.
Yay! Thank you
It's
so
a fun
much.
place.
It seems like it.
You know, Feywild's
people.
ever changing. Craziness. Craziness. But yes, that is where we shall end for the night.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm excited. This is very much exciting. Thrilling.
Hopefully, we have Neria next time, as well as Coffee, and of course, Boca, and hopefully...
Yeah, I'll be here next time. I'm sorry.
I'm always gonna be here. Probably.
Hopefully, also, Kuma, who is theoretically here, in spirit at least, if not active on the call. But hopefully they can be a little more active next time and not get stuck on the phone. But I don't have too many people I know that are online at almost midnight.
Ooh. So one of my VTuber siblings is streaming Genshin right now.
We can go there. You'll have to pass me the name.
Yeah, it's Couch Couch Moktato.
You might want to put it in chat for me.
Yeah. I swear.
Potato. Sounds like potato. Does potato them? Or does
Exactly, I think the point. And God, I'm still terrible with names, even in character. Even out of character as well as in character.
Names are hard.
Agree.
Just put it in your chat.
Okay. Usually, on Sundays, Lady Firefly is on, and I usually head over there. But, she's not on this time, so...
I will have to check them out when they are online.
She's cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. Thank you so much for doing this. This is so fun. This is exciting.
I'll be heading off because
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep at my desk. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll
Thank
be
you
back.
so much.
I'll be back again. I'm
Good
falling
night.
asleep, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you
I'll
all for
head up
coming.
to-
I'm sorry I
Have
was
fun.
asleep at the start.
Bye.
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 So
Bye,
really
night,
quick
Naka.
chat. Take care. Really quick chat. Tomorrow, we're gonna be playing Celestia. We're playing the DLC. Because there's a new one that comes out in November. So, we gotta get ready. So that's probably what we're gonna be playing most next week. Obviously, D&D is on, brain, come on. Thursdays and Sundays, sorry. But yeah. I think that's it. So, have fun. Wait. Okay. Well, it just told me that I can't actually raid, that particular person. So, I'm gonna have to, really quick, grab someone else. let's raid Vex. I'm sorry. I can actually get to Vex, so, it's a positive, okay? But, yeah. Anyway, have fun. Take care. And I'll see you later. Bye.